Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Void Playground. And look, guys, today, special podcast, we are joined by Mythic, Signature Hunter Jumpman,
Yes.
as well as JD.
What's up,
JD, I see you're
everybody?
rocking the Super Vibe shirt. Sorry, JD, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yes, I'm rocking Super Vibe today.
That's awesome, man. Very awesome. So, Jumpman, let's jump straight into it. Sac Anime Report, we're listening.
Yes. So, went to Sac Anime summer 2023, just last weekend, as of this recording. Got to meet I think I got to meet about 10 people. I didn't get to meet everyone at the convention because I think the convention has like 40 guests.
Wow.
But I got to meet. But the people I did get to meet, probably one of the most prominent things about Sac Anime Summer was the Don Bluth celebration. That was probably one of their biggest things. And so Don Bluth was there himself, founder of Don Bluth Studios, as well as director and animator behind Secret of Nim, An American Tale, Land Before Time, Anastasia, Thumbelina.
Yes.
So I had Don Bluth sign my copy of An American Tale on Blu-ray.
Love that movie.
So, Don Bluth, I mean, the guy is basically a legend at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, just like you mentioned, just some mythic movies that he's released. American Tail, all-time classic. The Land Before Time. I mean, that franchise, that movie, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. All the sequels, right?
Yeah, Don Bluth was not involved in any of the Land Before Time sequels. Just the original.
Still, though, I mean, the fact that it spawned this franchise, right?
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy, and it has one of the most tear-jerking scenes in an animated movie. Period. It's up there with Bambi, with Little Fit's mom.
It's funny because I've actually met Bambi and Thumper from the original film too.
That is crazy. So, anyways,
this one.
Okay, actually, the question is at this point, Jumpman, who haven't you not met?
After this last convention that I went to, I have now just surpassed 100 voice actors / actors I've met.
Wow! Congratulations,
Damn.
Jumpman. Congratulations,
Okay.
man. And you started in 2017 with Don Ratzenberg.
Yeah.
Sorry, John Ratzenberg. Yeah.
John Ratzenberger. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but
so
you were
Jumpman,
there with me.
I was there. So for those of you who don't know, Jumpman, our first convention was actually BFLC, right? The biggest little furcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good convention. It wasn't, I mean, we got to do mini golfing and we had some really good
some stuff.
Yeah. There's a whole gaming section at that one too. I think that one, the resort experience was really more fun than the convention in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But it was still pretty fun though. That was our first one, and then
trip.
and then we went to how many Sac Animes have we been to? Just you and me.
I think Sac Anime specifically. I think this is like my 10th one.
How many have we
because
been to?
They've now recently started doing 3 a year.
I don't think. Oh, really? I think I've only done 1 or 2 with you.
You've done only one Sac Anime with me. I wasn't there with you if you did a second one.
Okay, so actually, fun fact: I've been to Sac Anime probably not 10 times, but maybe like 3 or 4 times, and it's definitely of the smaller conventions, and it's gotten pretty big actually at this point.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the better ones just because it's just a good convention. If you guys haven't been, I've been trying to convince Jumpman to go to Fanime, but he does not. Jumpman's in it for the signatures. Jumpman's in it to meet the voice actors. He's not there for the panels.
It's a fun experience.
It is. JD, what about you? What's kind of what do you like to do at conventions?
For me, I like to go around the booths. Excuse me. For me, I like to go around the booths to see like the artists and stuff like that. So for me, if you guys remember my previous office before I moved, I had a whole bunch of prints all over my wall.
You did. You did.
So for me, I love supporting the artists, the local artists there, and then like getting prints and anything like that. So that is one of the things I like. The panels, some of the panels are interesting. It really depends on who's speaking, really. I've been to some panels that are boring, and the other panels are really good. But yeah, overall, just mostly the booths I hang around most, like the artists and things like that. Yeah.
So, going back to Don Bluth.
Yeah. But
I mean, we're
another thing.
Oh, what's up?
Oh yeah. Another thing is I've also met the voice of Fievel as well. There, he was another person that was there.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Philip Glasser is his name.
A very, very great movie.
Yeah.
Anastasia. Like I think that was like it's been so long since I've seen that movie, but that movie did really well. Relatively speaking. And oh wow, he's got Anastasia.
Signed by Don Bluth and Gary Goldman.
How'd you feel about Titan AE, Jumpman? How'd you feel about that movie?
I have not seen that movie actually.
What?
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. It's just that it bombed in the box office.
Right. It was kind of like what was the one he did before that?
Anastasia was
no. He did the direct-to-video one. Bartok, right?
Oh, Bartok's. Did he do the direct-to-DVD sequel? Because he usually doesn't. Because he didn't do the Land Before Time sequels.
He directed it. He says he has a directing credit for.
Oh, okay. Then I guess he did. Yeah, it's just he hasn't done any of the Land Before Time sequels, and he didn't do any of the American Tail sequels.
How many American Tail sequels were there? There was Fievel Goes West, right?
Yeah, Fievel Goes West, the second one, which honestly, the first two are the only good ones, I think.
And then there's the Treasure of Manhattan Island.
Yeah, there's I think there's two or three more after that.
Fievel Goes West, I remember being pretty good. I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Philip Glasser voiced Fievel in the first two films.
Oh wow! All Dogs Go to Heaven, classic.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Classic.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Then there's All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series. There's All Dogs Christmas Carol. All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. Had a theatrical release, I believe. The sequel.
Another person that was there at Sac Anime, who is one of the animators for Don Bluth Studios, is Lorna Cook.
Really?
Yeah, she did animation. She did animation work for Secret of NIMH, American Tail, Land Before Time, but she's also done animation work for Disney as well as DreamWorks. She's done animation work for Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, The Lion King, and she also did animation work for The Prince of Egypt for DreamWorks.
Ooh.
And she made her directorial debut with the DreamWorks film Spirit, Stallion and Cimarron.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had her actually sign my copy of Spirit.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I love that movie.
I have not seen Spirit. I heard it was pretty.
It's really sad.
It's a good
sad movie.
I don't think it's a good movie. It has a great soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think it's underrated, actually. I watched it recently before going to the convention. And it's actually a good movie.
So what's the deal with Dragon's Lair, Jumpman?
Dragon's Lair?
I know they're kind of like the video game. There's the video game series, right? Aren't they making a film, a movie?
I've heard about that. I don't know if there any progress has been made on it though.
Oh wow, interesting.
I've heard about it.
You know what's crazy is Don Bluth directed I Ninja. Did you ever play that game?
No.
He directed the cutscenes in I Ninja. That game is really good. Really fun game. If you guys haven't played it, came out for a lot of 6th generation stuff, but it's also for Windows. So Jumpman, just check it out for sure. So Sac Anime. Look, guys. Wow. The Sac Anime Adventures. So, Jumpman, do you literally just show up, get the signatures, and leave, or like what's your what's your process for Sac Anime?
It's basically signatures and leave. I will do the panels if I have time. I don't always have time. It's hard to get time off work, especially for the summer conventions because that's on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Whereas the winter convention is in January, and January is a much easier month for me to get time off of work.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
But yeah. Let's see. What was that? What else? So
you got what? You said you got 10 signatures?
I think I counted 11. I have more stuff. Nothing Don Bluth related, but I do have more stuff.
What else do you got, John, man? What do you got for us?
All right. So do we have Persona 5 fans?
We do have a lot of Persona 5 fans. Persona 5, we got tons of them.
Okay. Then I got this signed by the voice of Joker from Persona 5.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah. It's actually my Smash Brothers amiibo as well. Brand new in box.
Wow. Hey, so Jumpman, let me ask you this.
In the box now.
I have to ask you, Jumpman.
Yes.
I know I've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you again. How much do you think your collection's worth at this point?
Probably thousands of dollars. I actually have a My Hero Academia Monopoly board.
It's got to be worth 100,000, man. In my opinion.
No. I've looked it up based on what I'm finding on eBay. It's the My Hero Academia Monopoly board alone is probably worth like $2,000. No,
I'm saying your whole collection.
Oh, my whole collection. Oh,
it's got to be worth like 100. It's got to be worth at least 100,000.
Everything in my entire collection, signed or not.
Yes.
Yeah, but let me see. But there was a One Piece cast reunion there at the SAC Anime Convention. I don't watch too much. I haven't really watched any One Piece, but 3 of the people that were there are also part of My Hero Academia, and so I got their signatures for that reason.
Let me ask you a question, Jumpman.
Yeah.
Have you met voice actors that have passed away since you met them?
Yes, I have met one person that passed away at a really young age.
Oh wow!
I did not expect to. Billy Kametz. He his 2 most prominent roles, I believe, are he's the main character. He voices the main character in Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know if you watched that anime. But Billy Kametz also voices Ferdinand from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. That's the reason why I got his autograph.
How old was he when he passed away? Do you know?
He was probably like in his early 20s. He died of cancer.
So, that's terrible. Poor guy. But like, that's a signature that like people can't get anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I think his signature is right here. If you guys can see it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his signature right there. I had him sign it literally like 6 months before he passed away.
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it hit me pretty hard when I first found out that he had passed away. I'm like, I just met this guy 6 months ago. Jeez.
Wow. I mean, you just never know. You never know these days what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But on my Fire Emblem 3 Houses poster, because I love Fire Emblem, and 3 Houses is amazing. I think I got like 10 or 11 signatures on it. And that's actually a good segue into another signature I got from this SAC Anime. Last weekend, I had Cassandra Lee Morris sign this as Sothis.
Oh, really? Wow. That's incredible, man.
Yeah, so that's another signature I got from last weekend's SAC Anime Convention.
So, okay. JD.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that you mentioned to me in the past that you like trying different foods. Is that correct?
Correct.
When you go to a convention, I'm going to ask Jumpman. Actually, I'm going to ask Jumpman first because I want to get I want to see your reaction to what he says. Jumpman, when you go to a convention, do you try to go out of your way to try something that you can only get in SAC, or is it just like fast food, get the signatures, get out? Like, what's your process, the food process?
I think it's mostly the signatures, food. It's usually that. The panels, I will check. I have done a few panels. I didn't have time to do panels, unfortunately, for this last one because I only did Saturday.
I'll rephrase my question. What did you eat at Sac Anime? Or even on the way there?
They have like food trucks outside the convention center.
Okay.
So I don't remember the name of the food truck, unfortunately. But I mean, I just had like a chili dog. It was good.
I've had guys like they'll go to Sac Anime, then they'll get like Carl's Jr. or something that like you can get anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, so in Reading, like, you know, there's like no Krispy Kreme, right? When I moved here, like I had to get Krispy Kreme. Like I just had, but then like the locals here, like, dude, like nobody cares about Krispy Kreme. Like, you know what I mean? Or I guess In-N-Out, right? Like when people like have never had In-N-Out before. But JD, I'll ask you this. So when you go to places, I think I know the answer, but when you go to places, are there times when you're just like, I'm gonna get, you know, McDonald's. I know McDonald's. I'm gonna get McDonald's. Or is it like I have to have something that I've never had before when traveling?
When traveling, I try to go for places where I cannot find at home.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So the one time I went to, this was before they shut it down, so I went to the last PAX South 2019 PAX South.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they officially closed it down before the pandemic. When the pandemic happened, they no longer shut it down. They no longer have it. They only have PAX West and PAX East now. But PAX South was located in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, very good, like Mexican food, very good food overall. So for me and my friends, we decided to go out of the way, go like step away from the hotel, step away from the convention hall, and like try places that we have never tried before.
So if you're ever in Jumpman's neck of the woods, I've been on a quest to find the best barbecue in Reading specifically. And
California barbecue, I don't know, man.
Okay, that's what. The best barbecue in Reading, California specifically. So but if you're ever in Reading, Sweetie's Cafe, amazing barbecue. They're not sponsoring this video, but
no.
they have good ribs. So okay, so the barbecue thing, because JD talked about when we were coming back from Universal, we had a little barbecue discussion. California barbecue, where have you been in California for barbecue?
None. I have cousins that went and they said stay away. They're very bad.
Okay. So where have they gone?
They've gone to a couple of places. I don't remember the exact locations where they went, but they went to a couple of places. They travel a lot to LA and the Bay Area.
Okay, so because here's the problem. Okay, JD, is it like every single place in California that serves barbecue is bad, or like what? I mean, what is the like? Because granted, I'm from California, so I probably haven't experienced the Texas barbecue, but I personally, like, I've been to some bad places here. I've been to some bad places in California that serve bad barbecue, but I've also been to some really good places. So, do you think that like just Californians don't get it, or like am I missing something?
You guys boil your meat before grilling it. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I like disclaimer out there, guys. If you guys do not know, Texas and California, we have a lot of beef going on. There's a lot of things that we don't agree upon, and barbecue and tacos are one of the top two that we do not agree upon.
The restaurant I work at, Sweeties, that does that Muffin just pointed out, we do not boil our meat whatsoever. We have an outdoor smoker.
That was really nice outdoor smoker.
Okay, that's the spot I would like to go.
Yeah, we slow smoked the meat for probably like 6-7 hours.
Okay, so that's the type of spot I would like to go try. Then there are spots out there like my cousins told me they boil the meat before they grill it.
Yeah, so like your cousins are I don't know if they just don't know, but they've been to some bad spots. JD, I think we need to
The spots that people recommended them to go, all like the popular spots.
Okay, but the popular spots aren't always the best. But here's the deal, JD. I think we need to have an episode where we literally squash the beef. We go to Texas, get some Texas barbecue, come to California, get some California barbecue. I think you can find some good barbecue here. Because I don't know. I feel like people from Texas move to California, people from California move to Texas, Okay, so tacos. Explain the taco situation.
So the taco situation is basically, the argument is like, which was better, San Diego or Houston or whatever? What type of city has the best tacos? I went to a taco truck last week, and basically it's the most popular one. It's one of the popular ones I've heard a lot of times, and it was on my bucket list to go. It was Avenue 26 Tacos.
Oh, okay.
I have to say, pretty good tacos. But it does not beat Tex-Mex, which is Texas Mexican food. It does not beat that.
Okay, on a conceptual level, explain Tex-Mex to Jumpman and I.
So Tex-Mex is basically Texas-style Mexican food. It's more of like Mexican food, but integrated into a Texas style, basically. So like you have like barbacoa, you have like like, I don't know how to explain it really in full detail, but it is way different than California tacos. Okay.
So a lot of Californian like street tacos, at least that I get, they're pretty basic. They're designed to be eaten in quantities, pretty large quantities. They're really good. I like them. I like a nice. Yeah, you put a little bit of the taco meat, put a little bit of salsa, maybe a little cheese, maybe a little bit of onions, some cilantro. Jumpman. Okay, so I'm going back to Jumpman. Jumpman's worked at some good restaurants. You gotta have the
salsa verde. You gotta have the salsa verde.
Salsa verde is good. So
yeah, that's another thing too. I judge the taco truck or the taco stand by the salsa verde.
So, in my humble opinion, I've been to a lot of good Mexican restaurants, and I've been to a lot of good, kind of a Mexican American style restaurants. Riquitos, another place that Jumpman has worked at, has really good kind of American, like they have a good barbacoa.
It's a Tex-Mex inspired taqueria that I used to work at.
It was a good taqueria, very tiny little building. You go in. Yeah. They give you massive burritos. There's some good Mexican places here. There's some really good Mexican spots, but I don't know. It's different. It's different. Like the California burrito, for example. Like that's weird. Like even to me, it's weird when you think about it. It's like steak and then like French fries and then like guac and like it's just this kind of weird thing, but it kind of tastes good.
Another thing I also judge the taco stand / truck on is pricing. So for me, coming from a major city in Texas, I'm used to paying $1 tacos, like flat out $1 for a taco. When I went to Avenue 26 Tacos, their tacos are $2. And that right there is way too pricey for my range.
There's a lot of dollar taco trucks. It's just like obviously, if you're going to the big boys, the most popular trucks, they're gonna jack up the prices.
It might also have to do with California versus Texas, because I think the minimum wage in Texas is less than in California.
Oh, there is that.
That's true. That's true.
So everything. So because of that, everything in California is just a little more expensive than stuff in Texas.
Well, I mean, it also depends on where you go, right? Like if you're gonna go to like, I don't know, like if you're gonna go to like Glendale for gas, you're gonna pay more for gas, right?
That is true, because when I dropped you off, I paid it was like 20-30 cents more in gas.
Oh yeah, dude. Like easy, right? Like, so like it just depends, I think it depends. Like, and California is also a massive state. Like culturally, you have like super northern California, so like Redding and I would say Sac is kind of the cutoff, and then you have like kind of. I mean, people. These are loose judgments, so don't get mad at me. But then you have kind of like the middle California. You have and then obviously like Southern California. But it's like, but then even within Southern California, 20 minutes, like in one place in LA is going to be different than a place 20 minutes. So like there's so much different stuff. And. Like if you're here, we're gonna say JD.
So the thing is that I was gonna propose this. Next time when both of us are available, when I'm back in LA, let's do a taco adventure.
Well, yeah, let's do. I mean, here's the thing, man. Okay, so JD, I am not. Okay, and this is the difference. Okay, so coming from Reading, okay, Reading doesn't have that many good restaurants, in my opinion. Like that's just.
When I'm talking about like not Reading.
I know, but hear me out. Okay, Reading does not have that many good restaurants, and most of my friends don't know how to cook. I mean, Jumpman's a pretty decent cook. He makes good pancakes, but like
okay.
So coming from a place where like all the food is kind of bad, like everything seems good. Does that make any sense, JD? Like if it's edible, do you see the problem here? Like you're a food connoisseur, right? Like you're a connoisseur.
I wouldn't say I'm a connoisseur, but I know my food.
Like JD knows his food. I'll eat anything. Like pretty much.
That's why you stay so fit.
Like if it were living at, like within the past 2 weeks, I'll probably eat it.
Mm-hmm.
So having said that, we have to
survive, not survive to eat.
So like Antelope,
he survives. Yeah, wait, he eats to survive. Yeah.
Antelope Valley like has some good Thai restaurants. They're like the kind of these like hole in the wall little places that no one knows about, but they're like really good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then like we had some good barbecue here, but then it went away. I went to Dickie's. They're like kind of a chain barbecue. Do you guys have Dickie's in Texas?
No, we don't have Dickie's.
Yeah, they're like
Rudy's.
Oh, Rudy's, yeah. Like, okay, so this is my opinion. Okay, so some people say like, oh, dude, chain food is terrible. It's the worst. The thing about chain food is it's a little bit less expensive, and you scratch that itch, right? Like. If that makes any sense, right? Like you scratch the barbecue itch, so to speak. Did you guys have Famous Dave's in Texas?
No, I don't think so.
Jumpman, we had for a hot minute there was Famous Dave's in Reading, and then when I moved here, I'm like, dang, I'm craving Famous Dave's, and they shut down Famous Dave's. So it's like, I just need a little bit of look. Famous Dave's is not good barbecue.
We have one.
They're not good, right?
2.8 stars in
they're terrible.
Houston, and then 2.9 stars in Austin. Oh yeah, I mean, sorry, San Antonio, not Austin.
They're terrible, but sometimes, man, like you just got done, like you just got back into town, and you're like, I just need some cheap rib tips. Famous Dave's. Yes. Like, I don't know. So like, okay, so like traveling, right? So, okay, so when we go to conventions, okay, one of my best food experiences actually was with Jumpman. So we went to the Grand Sierra. Do you remember that when we went to the Grand Sierra, Jumpman, and had the Mediterranean breakfast?
Yeah. I'm guessing the two of you hadn't eaten all day before recording this podcast.
Oh no, believe me, I ate, Jumpman. I ate. I made a.
We're talking about conventions, and now we're just talking about food.
Well, okay, but it all kind of blends together. So okay,
it really does. It really does blend together.
We'll spend 5 minutes talking about conventions, and then 30 minutes about food.
Okay, so wrapping it back around. So
okay, I actually do have more stuff to show.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in like 4 seconds. Okay,
4 seconds. 2, 1.
All right, so Jumpman. Okay, so this is just my opinion for people going to conventions. Okay, I think if there's like a food truck or something, maybe check it out. But I don't believe in buying stuff on the convention floor, like as far as food goes. That's just me. JD, do you disagree with that, or how do you feel about that?
No, I agree. I agree with that. The only thing that you should buy from a convention is water. Just stay hydrated.
Sure, of course. Ideally you bring your own drinks, but
no, some of these places don't let you bring drinks. That's the thing.
Oh,
they don't let you bring food or drinks in.
Well, that's lame.
Sac Anime is okay with it.
Yeah, I think every Californian convention lets you bring water in.
Like PAX, I knew for sure we couldn't bring water bottle in. They made me throw away mine.
That's terrible, dude. That's like some Disneyland stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Because they want you to buy their stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you guys, buy swag, and all that type of stuff. So let's go back to Jumpman. Jumpman, what other things do you have to show us and or tell the audience about?
So do you guys watch Stargate SG-1?
I do not, but we have a lot of people that do.
Wait, okay. Well,
you probably have fans that do.
Anyway, I have the whole series on Blu-ray, and I have it signed by one of the main characters from the show. Teal'c.
That is crazy, dude.
Yep. The show ran for 10 seasons, 214 episodes.
That is insane, Jumpman. That is absolutely insane.
He is also the voice of Kratos in the God of War series.
So let's talk about God of War for a second, okay?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Of War.
We're running on a tangent here.
Okay, so Jumpman, real quick, though, if I may ask. Actually, I'll ask JD. JD, how did you feel? Did you ever play the God of War franchise?
I played all of them.
God of War is
my favorite series.
Yeah. And now I got JD jealous.
Okay, so God of War. I mean, you look at David Jaffe, right? I mean, one of the best. Probably. I mean, he's really great, dude. I mean, just the world he's created, the characters he's created with God of War, and obviously. It goes without saying, Twisted Metal.
Christopher Judge, that's the name of the actor that voices Kratos.
But going back to Stargate, Jumpman, do you find it interesting when I don't know, and I guess they're voice actors, so if you're a working voice actor, you're gonna get you're gonna be in stuff. But do you find it kind of interesting, this guy was in this and this guy was in that? Do you find it kind of interesting, doing your kind of research?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. In my research, I think one of the biggest voice actors I was surprised to see had done so much voices that I loved in my childhood was Rob Paulsen, who I got to meet. I knew he was a good popular voice actor. I just didn't realize how much work he did in my childhood.
His name is Robert Paulsen.
Yeah, Rob Paulsen, as a Danny Phantom and Jimmy Neutron are my top two favorite Nickelodeon shows. Rob Paulsen has voiced Carl Weezer in Jimmy Neutron, and he voices Jack Fenton in Danny Phantom, the father of Danny Phantom.
Wait, he also voices Animaniacs.
Yes, he is Wacko Warner in Animaniacs as well as Pinky.
He is Pinky.
Rob Paulsen is also PJ in a Goofy movie.
He's PJ. Oh my god!
So I mean that's interesting to me.
Getting to meet him, he's done so much amazing work. I was surprised by how much he's done that I really associate myself with so much.
Those are vastly different voices. You know what I mean? That's what's kind of interesting to me is they're all kind of different.
Yeah, that was one actor I had to do my research on to realize oh my god, he's done so much stuff. He was such the nicest person to meet too when I got to meet him earlier this year at Stockton.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm trying to do more voice acting, but people don't like my voice apparently.
No, I think your voice is great.
See, this is good. So, for those of you who want to see Space Buff and do more voice acting, we just need to produce our own show. JD, what do you say, man?
I'm down. The Void hosting a show. Let's do it.
So
okay. What?
So real quick though, Jumpman, if I may ask. At the Sac Anime, what's some signatures that maybe you didn't expect? I guess you could expect to get all of them because you kind of know who's going to be there, right?
Yeah. There was a signature that I was unable to get. Which really bums me out, but I did get a photo with the guy.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And that guy's name is Tom Kenny.
Really?
Yeah, his line was the longest at the convention entirely.
Well, I can imagine why.
Yeah, but and I was only doing Saturday, which was my first regret. But I was able, but he was doing professional photo ops also, and I managed to get myself in line for that. So I do have a photo of myself with Tom Kenny right here.
Okay, Jumpman, first of all, that's absolutely insane. Number one.
Yeah, the Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob.
That is crazy.
So I can at least say I've met the guy and got a photo with him. I did not get an autograph from him, sadly.
Okay, so
because his autograph line was just stupidly long.
Okay, so JD and I have been planning, and you've been planning. We've all been planning this for the past 10 years. It seems like. The Anime Survival Guide, the Anime Convention Survival Guide, or the Convention Survival Guide. Jumpman, what advice do you have for people that want to get into the signature hunting business?
Do your research on the actors, because even if you don't recognize the name, you never know what they may have done that'll get you enticed.
Wow.
And Internet Movie Database is definitely a good source for that.
Of course.
And then
don't go overboard.
Yeah, and also paying attention to the autograph schedule too, like time management. Like it's a little bit of strategy and luck as far as trying to get all these signatures in a condensed time.
Yeah, so Saturday is like usually the day, right? Like, or are there multiple signings throughout the convention?
They do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ironically, the only reason why I did Saturday because that was the only day Tom Kenny would be there.
Oh, I see.
That's why I did Saturday.
So you try to hit them all in one day, is what you're saying?
It just depends on what time I can get off work. Like I said, Labor Day weekend is hard for me to get time off work.
So let's make the assumption. Let's make the assumption you can get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Would you do it that way?
Okay, Sac Anime only goes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I would personally prefer to at least be able to do 2 days. Okay. Personally.
So usually how I do it is I show up. Like sometimes I'll show up the day before, but I usually show up the day of, hang out a little bit, unload, and then the second day is usually when we get serious with the panels. But it sounds to me like, we might have to split off into two groups, one for signatures, one for panels. And then maybe the third day you can do, maybe the combination of the second and third day you can do, like, obviously the vendors, right? The signatures, and then, not the signatures, but the artist gallery. And then there's usually like a swag gallery where you can get all kinds of cool stuff.
So, Jumpman, since you like collecting signatures so much, there's one convention that you should really consider. But the things that you won't have to do a little bit of traveling and a little bit more planning.
Yeah.
Kamapalooza.
Okay.
Kamapalooza is always hosted every year in Houston, and they always have special guests. This year they had Paul Weasley, the guy from the Vampire Diaries, including Star Trek and Strange New World.
You mean Paul Wesley?
Well, Wesley, sorry. Weasley. I say Paul Weasley. Paul, I don't see this why I don't.
He's Harry Potter. He's Ron Weasley. Yeah, dude.
Another Weaslly.
Weasley. Paul Wesley. And then the other guy who also played in Vampire Diaries, Ian, I can't even pronounce his last name. And then they have like a couple other people as well. So they always have people there for like autographs. Okay, so let me ask everybody this, if I may. Jumpman, aside from the cast of Harry Potter, what is like your dream signatures? Like, what are your dream? You can get like 5 dream signatures. What would they be from anyone in the world?
From the Harry Potter cast.
No. Just from anywhere, anybody. Aside from Harry Potter, from the Harry Potter cast.
Well, one of them is going to be at Sac Anime Winter, and I mentioned this in an earlier episode of a podcast because I mentioned that I was hoping that John DiMaggio would be at this convention.
Oh, that's
because
right.
of a potential Adventure Time cast reunion.
Yes.
But on their flyer for the winter convention, they announced John DiMaggio would be at that one.
Oh, wow.
So the next winter 2024, John DiMaggio will be at Sac Anime.
That's incredible.
So I got my wish.
It's just not this.
I
this
have
year.
to wait a little longer,
year.
but yeah, it's not this convention. But I'm excited for January. Like that's one of my gotta have signatures.
Like I'm a huge drama fan. For those?
Yeah, it's January 6th, 7th, and 8th, I believe. So it's a weekend, Friday, Saturday. Their winter convention is always on the first weekend of January.
What's another dream signature of yours, Jumpman?
Shoot. After John DiMaggio, that would be tough as far as those I haven't already obtained. As far as voice actors specifically.
What about actors in general? Anybody?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so if I'm really going out there, Patrick Stewart, William Shatner,
okay,
Michael Dorn, any of the Star Trek cast members. I'm a huge Trekkie, so.
How far would you be willing to travel to get the signature of Patrick Stewart and meet him?
They do a huge Star Trek convention in Las Vegas every year. I might be willing to go to Las Vegas for it. I've been debating on that.
Okay, so do you know who lives in Vegas?
The what? Sorry.
Oh, we'll talk, JD. Or sorry, Jumpman. So look, listen, guys.
No. I'm saying William Shatner was one of the guests at this year's Comicpalooza, which I missed.
Oh.
Yeah.
So look, real quick, guys, we are wrapping up the podcast. Jumpman, I'm going to ask you some basic questions, if I may. Okay, question number 1. What is this that you're holding? Oh, that's the My Hero. Oh, that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, actually, I did get some signatures on from last weekend's convention as well. This is the last item to show. But I actually have now got a total of 24 signatures on this.
Jeez, man.
Okay.
Yes, My Hero Academia. Last weekend, I got Christopher Wakeham's autograph, voices Aizawa.
I just need to start getting. Wow.
And then
I think we should start going to conventions with Jumpman to get these autographs.
Well, okay. Let me ask you a real quick question, JD, if I may.
Yeah.
Has Jumpman convince you to become an autograph hunter?
In a way, yeah, but in a way, it's a lot of hard work and a lot of time dedication. So a little 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, look, like Jumpman has some of my dream signatures that I've never, but I'm too.
That's true.
I'm not going to say I'm too
there's
lazy,
another one, Sunny Straight from last weekend. There we go, Sunny Straight. Voices present Mike in My Hero Academia.
For those of you listening on Apple Podcast, Jumpman is showing his My Hero Academia Monopoly board.
Yeah, let me see. And then there's one more I got on here from last weekend that I'm trying to locate. If I can find it. There we are. Oh, yep. There we go. It's upside down. There we go.
That's pretty cool, man.
That's Ian Sinclair. That voices Mezzo Shoji.
So, Jumpman.
I got it. Yeah.
Jumpman, we do have to wrap up the podcast, but let me ask you this, if I may. Closing thoughts, Jumpman.
Closing thoughts. Looking forward to Sac Anime Winter just for John DiMaggio alone.
Okay.
Because I'm a huge Futurama fan.
Hey, when I come up to Reading, let's watch the Hulu. Because I haven't watched it yet. I just want to watch it all.
You definitely need to see the Hulu run. They just released their COVID pandemic episode last weekend.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get caught up, man, because I don't like waiting. I just want to watch them all at once.
Yeah. Well, coming up in October should be fine.
Okay. So hey, JD, real quick though, closing thoughts, conventions, Sac Anime, Naruto.
If you guys haven't gone to convention, go to at least a very small one first to see how you like it, and then from there evolve to the bigger ones. Start small first.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so guys, this is the Void Playground. If you want to support the podcast, go to thevoid.gg/lifestyle. We just dropped our 50K merch, guys. It's beautiful. You can buy it right now. You can buy all the 50K merch. We have a lot of amazing announcements. We have giveaways going on right now in the Discord server, which can also be found at thevoid.gg. Enter in, and you can win a $100 Amazon gift card if you're a VIP member, $50 if you're not. And guys, it's free. It's free to participate. You don't have to, nothing crazy. So we just had a winner. One guy win a $50 Amazon gift card. Gift card. So guys, we're making it work.
Gift card.
Okay, so cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Okay.